City College Norwich, one of the country's largest further and higher education colleges. It's a busy workplace spread over 6 sites, accommodating a buzzy mix of students, teachers, support staff, visitors and contractors every day. Incorporated in 1993, the college now trains almost 12,000 students every year, from school age through to postgraduate level. There are just over 1,000 staff, many of whom work part-time. The college's ethos is challenging minds, inspiring success, and the senior leadership team recognises the importance that health and safety plays in achieving this. This short film looks at some of the risks that are present and how Workplace Law Health and Safety delivered an accredited e-learning course to train the college's managers. Many of the courses teach practical skills such as woodworking and working with machine tools. While the main campus isn't an industrial site, it's not a typical low-risk workplace either. The majority of students are young people, one of the highest risk groups. Vocational courses include vehicle maintenance, where there are risks associated with work at height, manual handling and slips, trips and falls. As with many large educational institutions, building work is always going on. In this case, the conversion of a former accommodation block into office space. It introduces construction hazards, site traffic and a tempting playground for the unwary. In April 2010, with the backing of the senior management team, College Health and Safety Manager Dave Brown approached Workplace Law Health and Safety to train a large number of their managers by e-learning under the IOSH Managing Safely syllabus.
We tried to run the Managing Safely course here on site ourselves. I was told that wasn't a viable option for managers here. It was deemed to be too time consuming. It took them out of their work environment for too long, and we needed to come up with another solution, either a different course altogether or a different way of presenting. We went through some details about our requirements and what workplace law could offer. We came to an agreement where we'd give it a trial. I actually trialled it with one of the directors here at the college and also one of the program managers, so that we got an even split of workloads and how it interacted with what they were doing for the college. The feedback was really good from both of them. They both engaged with the modules. Both said that it was exactly the right style of learning. It allowed them to get on with their normal day-to-day activities. They could pick it up and put it down.
Despite Dave's enthusiasm, there were some perceptions to overcome.
I think whenever you're asked to undertake health and safety qualifications, you always have a slight preconception about its relevance to you in your workplace. And as a manager who's done a number of managerial jobs before, obviously I've undertaken other health and safety related training. So I was concerned that it was going to be pertinent and really relevant to my role here at the college, but as it turned out, it was really good.
Well, I knew I was going to be interested in the kind of topic areas, but I was wondering to myself whether it would actually feel like a real kind of training program, being e-learning and so forth. I wasn't sure I was going to connect with it. The enjoyment of the course was quite unexpected. I reported back to people internally and now to you here that I felt really connected with it. The examples that were used in the course felt real. It just had much more relevance than I thought it would have, and it made me really think.
Workplace Law had gone to a great deal of trouble to make the course interesting, interactive and relevant to the college, more than just a tick box exercise. The course includes a video case study and footage of the college to place the learning in context. At the start of each course unit, students download a comprehensive workbook which they can work through offline, providing a record of their learning and a useful revision aid for their end assessment. The course makes extensive use of flash animation, with screens designed to encourage students to explore by using drag and drop, hover-overs, quizzes and self-tests. Students were pleasantly surprised at how interactive the learning experience was and felt engaged with the subject matter.
I found it a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be. There's a bit of a stigma about health and safety that it can be quite boring. and I found it to be quite interactive and quite stimulating, so I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
I was a bit surprised at how much I did enjoy it. It seemed to fit with kind of my way of learning. It was good.
Because of the way that it was demonstrated on screen, it wasn't just kind of you read it, learn it, and then put it back into a test. Because your knowledge was tested, it really did get you to engage with the subject matter. Yes.
I found the learning way of studying particularly helped me sort of engage with it and turned it into quite a sort of fun experience, really. I think the learning allows you to really engage through the way that you construct the tasks. You can construct the tasks in a relatively fun, creative way to enable people to really see each little task as a bit of a personal challenge. As someone who quite likes little tasks and challenges on the computer, it sort of played into my preferred learning style, I suppose.
The major benefit of e-learning for the students was undoubtedly the flexibility it gave them to study where they wanted, when they wanted.
The fact that you could do it at your own time or your own pace, the fact that you could actually leave the bookmark, it would take you back to where you were, and do that to fit in with your own work day or even your home life if you were doing that at home.
I like that you could do it at your own pace, that you could go back and repeat things if you wanted to, and also because you were doing it with other colleagues, you could discuss what you'd learned on e-learning. Sometimes they were at a different stage to you, but they would remember where you were. So I enjoyed that you're doing the same course, but not necessarily at the same time, so you could have a chat about different things.
It was the flexibility, the fact that I could work from home, I could work at slightly quieter times during the week, the fact that I could stop at certain points and reflect on things I'd learnt. I could discuss with people sort of midway. The resources and the way it was presented online was very, very clear, quite concise. I sometimes listened to the people talking, and sometimes I turned the volume off and just read it. So it was the flexibility, I think, that I liked the best.
While the students were happy with the course, one of the most important issues from the college's point of view was the ability to manage the overall programme.
I provide a report weekly during my one-to-one with my line manager, who's the deputy principal here, on the progress of people through the course, and I also provide an update at the estates committees, so our governors get to see how people are progressing through and how many have and haven't completed. The monitoring screens that come for me to have access to allow me to watch people's progress through each module, and actually through the exam I get their exam results and the project results and how they profiled with that as well. So it's been really good and effective.
The last word goes to the managers of City College Norwich who've studied Workplace Law's e-learning course.
One of the best bits of learning I've done for the last 5 or 10 years. It was fantastic, and I just think a lot of people should do those kinds of courses. Not only this type of subject area, but in this way, it was very good.